3, 2, 1. We're live down here at Herbert's Magazine, broadcasting from Wake and Bacon Old School & Co. I'm having a great time sitting here talking to my good friend Don Chico. We're trying out some CBD products, bro.
Yes, we're trying out some CBD products like I was telling you earlier. We developed these Chocolittles.
So these are your products?
These are our products.
Cool.
We developed Chocolittles so have a lower dosage for maybe elderly patients that haven't really messed with CBD or had any THC content.
I have to be chewing on one right now.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you, how does it taste?
It's good. I like the taste. I like the texture. It's a little different than what you would compare this to. You know,
right.
We can't say what they would be.
Exactly.
But these are a little different, but I like the taste and texture.
As you were saying earlier, John, I noticed that you were right. Anytime that you change anything, if you add CBD or add THC, it changes molecular. We've been working a lot on trying to keep the taste on our products as far as, like I said, the Chocolittles, caramels as well.
Oh yeah, I like them caramels, right?
I like them caramels.
You got soft caramels and hard caramels both.
As well, yes. We have hard and soft caramels. We also have banana taffy, strawberry taffy. We have tincture.
I have not tried your taffy yet.
I'm going to have to get you some of that taffy.
There you go.
We released the taffy just to try out and see how it would take.
Right.
I showed it off at Castillo Farms, and everybody loved it.
Cool.
I wanted to try and do things outside of the box, like I was telling you last time, things that people might just munch on the go.
Yeah.
I also wanted to give you one of these.
Okay,
so
cool.
You can try that. It's a CBD blunt.
Oh yeah, I have tried, but now I've talked with Don several times, so I have tried these before. I do like these. Now I like the filter on this. I really like the way the filter works.
Now see, on this one, I was telling you before, we have the two different kinds. We have this kind that it's more of a paper type filter.
Right.
And then we have the more of like a Canagar.
Okay, yeah.
Wooden tip.
I see. Okay, cool. I dig the difference. Yeah. Now I've tried both of them, and I like both designs. I think they work good. This Canagar design I really like because it's a little wooden tip that feels good on your lips.
It's a little smoother hit.
It's a little smoother hit because the wood does have a tendency to cool it down a little bit.
Yes, it does. I noticed even when I was rolling my own blunts to smoke, a lot of times I wouldn't use a filter, and I'd get down to probably about this much, you know. And we're smokers, well, I'm going to smoke it down, you know.
Yeah.
But you get down to about this much, and it starts to burn. Like it's burning. When I hit it, I can feel it burn down my throat.
Yep.
With those filters, it cuts out a lot of that burning sensation.
There you go.
Not only that, which I didn't do on these, I was telling Alan about it, the Dab Father. I told Alan that we have these CBD blunts that have kief on top of them.
Yeah.
Which is CBD kief.
That's what I like. There's kief on the outside. Yeah, you bet.
And then I make a CBD concentrate, much like RSO, but
Cool.
I'm using FICO.
Okay,
so
cool.
I'm making FICO out of CBD, and then what I do is I take that FICO and spread it around the blunt, and then powder the outside of it with CBD kief as well.
Right.
It gives a little bit more of a kick to it. The pain, it seems like my wife smoked one the other day. She was having some problems, and she was having some back problems. She has restless leg,
Right.
so she can't get comfortable a lot. So she was having some problems, and she said, "Well, I'm gonna smoke one of these CBD blunts." Now, normally we would smoke just a regular THC, or you know, I like wedding cake. She
Right,
likes
I like wedding
Cushman,
cake, yeah.
you know. But for the pain, she said, "I'm gonna try one of these." She said, and it was crazy, John. She said, "I just don't seem like I get the same feeling as smoking a regular blunt. It's like I'm smoking air." And I told her, I said, it's because that filter in there gives you such a smooth hit. There's no harshness to the CBD at all. Even with the kief on it, there's no harshness at all.
Because see, I've got numerous friends, you know, that don't like the cough.
Right.
And that's what, there's some cannabis out there that doesn't have a cough in it.
Exactly.
That's really great, you know, because I got some COPD people, you know, they do smoke, but they hate that cough.
Yes, and I was talking to you the last time I was here as well about the animal treats that we have.
Mm-hmm.
We
I
took
like the animal treats; they're good.
We took it a little step further.
Yeah.
Okay, now the last time that I was talking to you, we tried the animal treat on camera.
We did try the animal treat on camera.
Non-toxic.
Non-toxic.
Like you said, it's just a little bit dry, but
It's a little dry, but I can see how, you know, it was a dog treat.
right.
I can see how a dog would enjoy that because they like the dry, you know, they got a lot more saliva and stuff. You know, I mean, I feed my dog, he's got slobber everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
I had told my wife, because she had seen the video, and she said, "Oh my goodness, John ate a dog treat on camera." I said, "Well, if you don't mind, you know, you look at it, I ate one right behind him, so,
Yeah.
you know." And so my wife said, "Well, those
What's
are a
it
little,
taste like?
they're kind of little," because she's seen the picture.
Yeah.
You remember, we were talking about doing maybe customized bags
Right.
with maybe the owner and the pet on either your dog treat bag
Yep.
or your cat treat, if you have cats.
Cat treats, yep.
Same way. Well, I started talking to her about that, and she's seen the picture where you're kissing Gunny,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's taking the dog treat, and she said, "That's just the most adorable thing, but we need a bigger treat to make the picture look."
Oh, okay, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So my daughter says, "Okay, I'm going to work on something different." So she goes to make the dog treats, and she comes up with a cookie cutter that looks like a bone. Okay, they're about this long.
There you go.
Instead of being smaller,
Yep, yep.
we make them about this long now. They look like an actual dog bone.
Okay.
And I'm working on my packaging right now to get them out,
Cool.
because I was going to bring you one so you could see the bigger bone
And I think a dog would really like that opposed to the smaller.
as opposed to a small
Because
one.
they would get there and chew on it, and that way it gives them the effects on their teeth and stuff.
Not only that, it gives them the visual of a bone.
Exactly, yeah.
So, but that's something else we're working on. That was a great idea that you gave us.
Oh, well, cool.
Well, I mean, you know, we had thought about just trying to be colorful, and I
Right.
mean, you see the pictures behind you. They're
Oh, yeah.
colorful. I wanted to be colorful and something that people would relate to. Like, it's a happy dog. He's
Yeah.
a happy dog.
There you go.
But then, with your idea, coming in doing customized, that's even better because it shows the owner and the dog both happy states.
There you
Everybody's
go,
happy.
yeah. There you go. Cool. That rocks on, brother. I love that. Okay, now you are coming out with the cat treats too, very soon.
We are. We're working on cat treats right now. As I was telling you before, we were doing some research.
I haven't tried the cat treats yet.
Right, the cat treats, I haven't tried them myself yet. But we're working on those, and we decided, like you said, we were going to go ahead and try and put
Yeah.
the catnip in it.
Right.
We checked out some recipes that had tuna and things like that in it. And while that's great, the shelf life isn't enough.
Yeah, it's if you put fish in there, their shelf life.
Right,
is
the
gonna be
shelf
shut
life
down.
just goes to kaput.
Yeah.
So we want something like our dog treats that are good for the cats. They're attracted to them. So catnip in them.
Yep.
Natural flavors, carrots, stuff that you wouldn't normally think, but these cats enjoy it.
Right. It's amazing what animals really do like a wider variety of food than you think.
You would think, you see them, they eat our table scraps whenever we're,
Yeah.
so pretty much anything.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. That's my dog. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
How old, I was looking at Gunny, how old is Gunny?
I think he's a rescue dog. I think he's about 4.
Wow, he's a pretty dog, like you was
Thank
saying.
you.
He's a really pretty dog.
And he's a sweetie, too.
I bring my dog to show you, but he's just so hyper. He's
Yeah.
kind of like Gunny. He's he is a pit bull and a hound, so he's a plot hound.
Okay, yeah.
But just the most adorable thing, but he's just so hyper.
See, Gunny is a pit mastiff mix. So they're pretty laid back, and there's times, Gunny will be sitting or asleep on the couch, and his head will be hanging, almost to the floor, and you go, "Are you dead?" Because you don't know. You could be.
I was going to talk to you too, Old School, about these petitions that are coming up.
Right on.
Okay.
818, 819.
818, 819. Now I've been following a lot. Now I don't know all the specifics. I have read both bills.
Right.
So once again, I'm not as fluent as DC is.
Right. DC's on top
on
of it.
those bills, and much props to DC because
right on.
we need that kind of education and
that,
somebody telling us, hey, what's going on or how to interpret. But I've read both 818 and I've read both 819, and something that I found a lot with people that are trying to get these petitions out so we can get these signatures. You have 820, okay? And 820 is a different kind of recreational bill.
Yes, it is.
It is a recreational bill, but it's a different kind of recreational bill.
And whenever you say "but," that's what I love, because our writer from Herbert's Magazine knows whenever you say "but," everything you said before that means nothing.
right. There's a lot of confusion, I think, and that's where we have people like DC, like I was saying, that come in to pretty much explain things. Because I ran into a chat the other day, John, and 818, 819, and 820 were all under discussion. And one of the people asked, they said, well, Don Chico, what is the difference between 818, 819, and 820? And without having to get into a long drawn out, I said, well, just direct message me and I'll get you the information you need. And I think that's one of the big problems. When we do go to vote, we need to make sure that we're voting for the right bill.
Right, because people are just going to, there's some people out there, they're just saying recreational.
That's right.
Why they signed 820, recreational. They were good to go. They didn't read the bill and see all the clauses in there that I do not like about 820 at all. So that's one thing I don't like about that. But we'll have to deal with that.
It's the fine print, like you said.
The fine print.
We fought so hard for this medical program.
That's what I was going to say. Is we've got so many people like you and me that stood out there in the heat, stood out there at Camp Canna during a tornado, stood out there blown away. We worked hard. Now, we did not get paid for anything we did. The people that were doing 820, again, that's out-of-state people, that's out-of-state money. They had enough money where they can come in and pay people to get signatures.
Exactly.
Okay, good. Give them some money. I dig it. But it goes all over me that they wouldn't help us whenever we were trying to get 788 passed.
Exactly.
But they want to ride on our coattails to get 820 passed. And the only reason they want 820 passed, in my opinion, is, again, they've got recreational passed in half the states. They've got recreational. They want another feather in their cap. They don't care about us Okies.
Exactly.
They want to come in here and say, okay, we got this, we've copied and pasted this from California, recreational, there you go, you Okies, you're going to deal with it. No, I'm not for that.
What I don't understand is, with so many patients strong, why that they think, and when I say they, I'm talking about not so much the industry that we deal with, but OMA, other places, why that they would think that these rules or these changes wouldn't affect us or wouldn't even matter to us. It's like you say, though, we have blinders on. When I talked to you the last time, I had told you, I started off just like everybody else. I started off as a pothead. I started off as a stoner. I got a little education. I figured out, hey, this isn't about what it's about. I want to smoke for the right reasons. If it's medicine, we need to treat it like medicine.
Right on.
And I do understand that. There's a lot of simple rules that I don't understand. For instance, if I pass a blunt to you, I'm going to get in trouble. Okay?
Well, that's a gray area right now.
And I understand, like, they're trying to get it. Well, I wouldn't come up to you off the street and give you a hydrocodone. You know what I'm saying? So
and I wouldn't do it. Yeah.
They're trying to keep some kind of regulation to it, but with so many people that voted for 788, we knew what we were waiting. And this is what bugs me, John. I've heard several times by several people in the media. They didn't know what they were voting for. We're just stupid. We're just a bunch of potheads that didn't know what we were voting for.
Well,
but we weren't.
We weren't.
We knew, okay, if we get this medical program in, it's going to change Oklahoma.
It's going to change Oklahoma, and it did.
And it did, and it has. I mean, Oklahoma, if you do the statistics, and I read a lot of statistics, if you do the statistics, Oklahoma has more licensed businesses, from processors to growers to dispensaries to, I believe there's 3 educators now that I've seen.
Now, I think, okay, fact checkers, check this fact. Is it 1 in 10 people in Oklahoma have a card now?
I believe so. I believe it's
now.
like
See,
1
that's
in 10.
That's a huge number.
And for us to agree, like I said, 788 set the precedent for us.
You bet it did. Now, and I encourage people, even if you do not use or consume cannabis, get your card just to get that count up there, just to show them, yeah, we support cannabis in Oklahoma.
Exactly, and like we was talking about, we're trying to break the stigma. Okay, when my grandson comes around,
yeah,
okay, if he sees Grandpa and I'm at the table and I'm rolling or something, I don't go, oh, let me hide it.
Right, you don't have to do that now.
I don't want to do that. I don't want him to grow up thinking, oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
What Grandpa does in his spare time is bad. Basically, I bring him over, I set him, he sees what I'm doing.
Right.
And we just let them know, we let the children know. We're not getting high and getting stoned like everybody would like us to think or would say. We're medicating.
And the thing is, even if when you were rolling, you tried to hide it, they still see it.
Oh yeah, they still see it.
Because the children of the heroin addicts and the meth addicts and stuff like that, basically they don't try to hide it a lot of times. And the children see that. I would much rather see me rolling a joint than banging in the arm.
Exactly. Not only that, you can explain to them, much like Amber Chamberlain's book about weed.
Right.
It helps for children and be able to explain to them that this isn't bad. This is our medicine that we take.
Right.
It comes from the earth. This is nothing that I had to mix together. It's nothing I put a lighter under. This is pure medicine. And it does help. It helps a lot.
Oh yeah.
I seen a video the other day, and I don't think that Oklahoma has grasped as much help that cannabis does.
Oh no, they were just scratching the surface. Again, a lot of people are still wanting to just party on, recreational. And again, I dig that. I'll sit there and smoke with you, party on. But again, it comes back to where I'm always medicating.
Exactly, I'm medicating. I'm not, like I said, I was telling you, I seen a video the other day, and where Oklahoma misses it is the fact that they think we just smoke to smoke, or you just want this wax to just get high or whatever.
Yeah.
But I seen a really interesting video, and it was a child that was suffering from seizures. Okay. Now this parent, it was the parents of the child were afraid that they would be prosecuted because the state that they lived in did not have a medical program.
Right.
But beside what the doctor said and everything else, they went ahead and treated their child with cannabis oil. Okay.
Right.
So it shows the video, and it's about maybe 3 minutes into the video, and the child's having a massive seizure.
Grand mal.
You're right. And the father, he's holding his child. He gives the child the CBD and starts to calm
There you go.
down. After about 30-45 minutes, starts to calm down. It wasn't like he was smoking and blowing it in the child's face or anything. Medicating the child to stop a grand mal seizure that could potentially kill that child.
Yep.
Oklahoma's not grasping all of these different qualities that it has.
Dude, I got a story like that. I went up, forget where it was, up in the 918, was at a lake, and I was at a place, and me and a guy stayed up real late one night smoking, and the next morning, I'm an early riser. I woke up about 6 o'clock. Well, he come in there too, and we were sitting there, and he goes, dude, this is the first time I've woke up in the morning and I hadn't had to throw up. I said, really? And what we figured out is Okay, we figured out your medication level, bud. You medicated with me, you're not sick the next morning.
Right.
Isn't that right on? I love it.
That's good stuff. And a lot of people don't know how to medicate.
Right, yeah.
When you do, and this is what I found in a lot of dispensaries, when you do pick up a package, it's going to tell you exactly what it was on it. You can flip it over. It's going to tell you what
Right.
the ingredients and everything. What it says is recommended dosage.
Yeah. Recommended. And again, come back to each person is entirely different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I seen this video and he was talking about high level. This man was talking about high level edibles, and he said, when you eat an edible, because of the difference between eating an edible and smoking, when you eat an edible, he said you can smoke and you might be high for 45 minutes to an hour. But when you eat an edible, and what's hilarious, he said it just continues to rise. After about an hour, when you think this is as high as I want to get, nope, you're still going. That's one of the good qualities about an edible though. The medication, when we medicate, instead of getting high, the medication lasts over a longer period of time, much like I was
Because it
telling
takes your liver longer to break it
Right,
down.
much like a time release.
Exactly. Okay.
So you
I get it,
have
yeah.
a lot more time of pain release where you're not hurting so bad.
There you go. Cool. All right, I dig it, man. We've been sitting here rocking. I've been having a
telling you.
blast talking to John Chico. We're down here at Herbage Magazine, and I'm going to be off like a herd of turtles.
I'm telling you.
All right, ping it out of here. Ping.